Welcome to the third video on thin-walled pressure vessels. In this one, we'll go through Mohrs circle for our states of normal stress for these pressure vessels. If we have this state of stress, like we do with a pressure vessel that is cylindrical, then we're going to have well, some easy conclusions to make, because we know that this is twice as large as this. If we draw our Mohrs circle, we use we draw a Mohrs circle for this. We don't have any shear stresses, so even though this axis is shear stress, we're going to start on the y-axis. And that's going to be just a scotch easier. So we're going to have 2 points to think about. We're going to have this point is going to be normal stress 1, comma 0. And this is going to be a second point we're at, which is going to be normal stress 2. But this one, we can also think of it in terms of the other stress, right? We can think of it as 2, normal stress 2, 0. So we don't really have to think about it in terms of these two stresses. So we've got those 2 points. That means that this average is going to be equal to 1.5 times normal stress 2. And it means that this height, which is the maximum shear stress, is going to be equal to 1/2 this diameter, right? Because it's the radius of the circle. The diameter of the circle is the stress stress 2. So it's going to be 1/2 stress 2. So, and that's going to be angled at 90 degrees, is equal to 2 times theta p, right? Because that's where that is. So that's 45. So if we rotate our stress state 45 degrees, that's going to be where we get our maximum shear stress, and that maximum shear stress is going to be 1/4 of the hoop stress and 1/2 the longitudinal stress. And that's going to hold for all cylindrical pressure vessels. Now, if we look at the spherical pressure vessels, we're going to get an even simpler state, right? Here's our normal stress axis. Here's our shear stress axis. We're going to have 2 points on it that are exactly the same right there at the normal stress, because we're not going to have any shear stress, we're only going to have normal stress, and we've got 2 points that are exactly the same. So that's our circle is 2 points. So the in-plane shear stress is going to be 0. Always and forever. Okay, so let's move on now to a little example.